All right, let me explain something to you. Deadlifts. Nothing tears down the nervous system more than deadlifts. Nothing. Deadlifts, then squats. One of the gravest mistakes I see for, I don't even like to say younger experience, because right now you can't tell somebody that is inexperienced, but anybody who is experienced knows this already. You do not do heavy deadlifts back to back. You do not do heavy deadlifts back to back. Even if you're pyramiding, do not do heavy deadlifts back to back. Okay? Even if you're staying at the same weight, do not do heavy deadlifts back to back. What do I mean by heavy? Right? Heavy is obviously different for everybody, right? But I would say, I mean, you know what your heavy is. You know what your heavy is. I'm not going to tell you what your heavy is. You know what your heavy is. But when you do heavy deadlifts back to back, you don't give your nervous system an opportunity to understand what's going on. So basically you just, I don't know how to put it. Let's say you're in practice, you're in practice for jiu-jitsu, or you're in practice for whatever. There's a progression in that. I know you guys don't understand, but there's a progression. There's a progression because one of the things that I can tell you about jiu-jitsu that I learned in a little bit I took, it's like being underwater. You know, when the Navy SEALs go in, they have to train themselves, even if they can swim, they're great swimmers, whatever. They have to train themselves mentally not to panic. Well, jiu-jitsu did that for me. It teaches you mentally when you get in a certain position, or when somebody is covering your mouth or your throat, not to panic. And so what you're doing when you're pressuring all the time and not progressively, because the stuff you guys see with MMA fighters, they do that all the time, but that's a level that they've grown to, right? Well, you got to do the same thing with your nervous system when it comes to powerlifting or lifting heavy weight. You have to rest longer periods. If you don't, you're going to mentally break down. And that's why when I see these people do this all the time, I used to go in the gym and I would tell my wife, in 3 weeks, they ain't going to be here. And it's always the same thing. They either had an injury, or an injury is your body telling you you're doing the exercise not wrong as far as foundation, but you're breaking your structure down. And when you get in to break your structure down, your mind recruits other shit. So just remember that. But more importantly, it tears your nervous system down. And see, lifting weights, you're already tearing your nervous system down. But if you go slow and progressively, right, longer breaks. Man, when I go heavy, I used to take 3 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. Because I got to wrap up. I got to do all. I'm talking about when I was competing. And I'll give an example of what we would do. We would start at 225. We go to 315. So 225, I only do it for 5 to 10 reps. Okay? And that's just to get my form right. 315 is to get your blood flowing. That's all that's about. You want to make sure that all your joints, ligaments, and everything, blood is flowing through them. 405 is the next step. Okay? 405 for 10. You got 405 for 10. Now that's waking up your nervous system. Now you got some weight on your back. The next we would go 450 or 450 or 495. 495, you only gonna do 6 reps, 6 to 8 reps. And then onward and onward, all the way up to 650 or 750. And you never do a single in the gym. You always do doubles. So you take as long as you need in that time. But man, we might be in the gym 2 hours, but it's not wasted time. You know, you guys are so into this circuit stuff, and circuit is good with lightweight. Circuit is really good with lightweight or medium weight. Again, it's all based on your strength level and your size, right? Another thing I would tell you, if you want to be healthy, all your life, do light deadlifts all your life. Do light deadlifts all your life. I'll tell you why. There's nothing that attaches the nervous system to your, let me say this right, your nervous system to your consciousness like deadlifts. Nothing. I noticed that, you ever notice older people, they get Parkinson's, they get all these different, all that is parts of your consciousness are separating from your nervous system. Think about it. I noticed as I got older that my muscles, joints, ligaments, and nervous system were separating. I could tell. I didn't have that explosiveness in that, I didn't have control, right? And that's what happened. As you get older, you lose control. Now, most older people won't admit this to you. It's the truth. But there's two things that will stay all that off. Getting in the pool. I run in the pool at least twice a week. And this is how I started back in deadlifts, light ones. For me, I'm never going to go higher in my life than 315 unless one day I just get crazy in the gym and just, get that young Warren come back and, but I'm never going to do more than 315. 10 to 15 reps at 315, I'm good. And you do them differently. A lot of y'all do deadlifts wrong. And what I mean by that is you're doing speed deadlifts and trying to gain strength. You can't do that. You're not Larry Wheels. And you don't realize Larry Wheels has done real strength deadlifts before he get to that heavyweight moving it fast like that. You never drop the weight like Larry Wheels did. I don't know who. Look, I love Larry Wheels. To me, Larry Wheels got move weight faster than anybody I've ever seen in my life. I've had great powerlifters debate that. I heard Ed Cohn, the greatest powerlifter ever lifted, competed with one of my coaches, told me he sees somebody move. I've never seen anybody move faster than that. And I'm not doubting him, but I've never seen anybody move weight as fast as Larry Wheels. His muscles come together so fast, it's crazy. But most normal people slow down in your movement when you deadlift. You want all the tension in the exercise. You want every bit of it. And y'all missing tension. It's not, so look at it like this. Look at it like they didn't create the tensile strength in your car, so they forgot to put some in there. So where they say your vehicle can take this much tension, or it can take this much in a wreck, and it don't. Compare that to what you're doing when you lifting. I don't miss anything. I go so slow, young people look at me like, what the fuck? But then when they see me next week, they're like, this motherfucker done went from a whole 50-pound jump. Yeah, because I got every bit of that. So just remember that I got a deadlift tomorrow. And again, I'm not going to go up to more than 315. Because if I go beyond that, I'm fucking with my nervous system, overloading it. And you got to do this also. You got to live based on your lifestyle. If you got a hectic lifestyle, you can't tear your nervous system down like that. Think about it.